Good morning, Wildcats. My name is Luis Emilio Lozada.
And I'm Ryan Glattergotts.
Today's date is Thursday, September 18th, and you're watching WCAT.
Next week is homecoming. With this upcoming week of fun, we have a lot of important news, so listen up so you don't miss a thing.
HOCO tickets will be on sale until Thursday, September 25th, so be sure to purchase yours soon.
Let's throw it over to Brielle and Rainey to give us a further look into HOCO.
What's up, Wildcats? My name is Rainey Lindeman, and I'm here with our sophomore class vice president, Brielle Fernandez, to talk about kind of what we have going on for HOCO week. So to start off, I want to talk about some of the general organization and planning. So can you walk us through the planning process for an event like HOCO and what specific steps were involved this year?
Okay, so the specific planning events that we took in place to plan for HOCO were we had a summer event called our week retreat, and basically we all came together to talk about HOCO because that's one of our big events, and we basically came up with all the dress-up days, the theme. We have a smaller group called the HOCO committee that came together and talked more in detail at the retreat and then came to us as a whole to come to an agreement on what we thought would be the best for that week.
Perfect. And what were the biggest challenges that SGA faced in organizing all the events for HOCO week, and how were they addressed?
So I think one of the bigger things were coming to an agreement on the different HOCO days. I know when we were at the retreat, we talked a lot about what we thought was good ideas and what we thought was bad ideas. We went through a whole big list and had over 30 ideas, and we just went through and X'd them off with a majority rule vote. And then also another thing we did to kind of end and have a finalized decision was we did a survey. Once we had our top 10 in SGA, we went out and did a survey for everyone in the school to pick their top ones, and then we came to a consensus on the final 4 with color wars added to that.
Perfect. And so moving on to kind of the school spirit aspect and student involvement, how does this year's lineup of dress-up days, specifically the Wild West versus West Coast days, help foster school spirit?
So I think a big thing with fostering school spirit with the Wild West versus West Coast Day is it's a versus day, so we got to see what students at our school would be picking on that day, and we also got to see how they would use their creativity to pick the 2 different days.
And then, what is the goal of having a variety of events? So we have Powder Puff, Cats Capers, and Wacky Wildcat games. What is the goal of having those events?
So I think a big thing in SGA is to increase school spirit, and we try to succeed that through all of our events. And I know that Powder Puff, Cats Capers, and Wacky Wildcat games gets us all together and as a school. So I think we just try to make those events as fun as possible to get people excited for HOCO week.
Yeah. And then obviously we have the homecoming dance on Saturday. So how did SGA decide on Miami Vice for HOCO?
So in our week retreat, we have the HOCO committee, which is the smaller committee again, and someone in that committee just thought it would be a good idea, and he came to us and our whole SGA and asked if we liked it, gave some background on Miami Vice, and we all came to an agreement that we really loved the theme. So
yeah. So what elements will be incorporated into the dance decorations and atmosphere to reflect the theme?
So obviously I can't say everything about what would be at HOCO and at the pep rallies and stuff, but we know that this year we're really trying to increase our HOCO decorations, make everything really fun, and show the Miami Vice as much as we can. So we are really planning a lot in SGA with decorations, ordering, and HOCO committee is working really hard to try and get HOCO as good as possible for everyone. And so yeah, everyone will just have to come out and see HOCO and the pep rally and all the events to see what we have planned.
Okay, yeah, and finally, we just wanted to talk about your role. So what was your specific role in planning or executing a particular part of HOCO week?
So I didn't do a whole lot in the HOCO dance or a pep rally or the HOCO game, but I did help with the picking the dress-up days and just things like that. but I am the chair of Powder Puff, so I'm hosting that event this year. So I went into detail with planning the event, and I got all the food trucks, all the Miami Vice decorations for Powder Puff, and all the flags and footballs. I talked to different teachers to help with reffing and coaching at that event. So yeah, I basically am the head of that event, and I will be going into planning that event, so yeah.
And what are you most proud of accomplishing during this homecoming planning process?
So I think just again, the Powder Puff, it's a big thing to be able to be a chair head and be able to host a whole big event like that. And so I'm really just excited to see how that goes. And also just as a whole in SGA, we all get help from each other on all the events, Wacky Wildcat games, Cats, Capers, Powder Puff. We all get help from everyone in the group, so I'm excited that I got to help with other events and just to see how the outcome is on all of these events.
Perfect, thank you. So again, we'd like to thank our SGA Sophomore Vice President for answering these questions for us, and I'm super excited to see how homecoming week goes. Thank you.
Thank you.
There will also be a pep rally next Friday. Let's get loud for the game.
Next Wednesday will be a half day, so make sure you look out for that.
Wacky Wildcat game permission slips are also available and can be collected from the Student Activities Office.
Our library clubs are still looking for some members to join. This includes book club, library volunteer team, and book bowl team. If you are interested, you can get your permission slips outside the library door. For more information, you can email Ms. Pohlers or see her in the library.
Wildcats, this month is Hispanic Heritage Month, so take some time to look into its history and celebrate Hispanic culture.
Now over to Chance with our sports news.
What's up, Wildcats? My name is Chance Johnson, and here are your sports updates. Girls golf played yesterday against Denellen and took home a win by 21 strokes. The girls bowling team defeated Bellevue High School 4-0 last night. Azariah Roberts had a high game of 210. Our next match is Wednesday, September 24th against Denellen High School at 4 o'clock at Bolero West. Our junior varsity and varsity volleyball team played last night in Gainesville. Varsity would fall short in an intense matchup, losing in a 3-1 set. Varsity and JV will now both have a chance at redemption as they face off tonight against Santa Fe Raiders tonight here at home. JV plays at 5:30 while varsity plays at 6:30. Our JV football team faces off against North Marion tonight. Kickoff is at 6 at North Marion, so make sure you come out and show your support. Varsity football will play tomorrow night against Gainesville at 7 here at home. Let's wish them good luck. Speaking of football, let's check in on our marching band to see what it takes to perform.
What's up, Wildcats? I'm Ashley, reporting here at the football game versus Trinity Catholic. Whether it's in the stands or on the field, the band keeps the crowd moving and the players motivated. I spoke with some of the band members on the team to see how performing on game night really means to them. Forest High School's marching band has been around since 1922. It was founded by Miss Brown, Gray, and Cole. She has the distinction of being both the first school band director in the state of Florida and the first female director, earning her the title of Mother of School Bands. During the fall and the start of the winter, the band is very active in terms of school spirit. They play at every pep rally and football game, blasting tunes in the stands and performing their show during halftime. Band is an integral part of school and social life for all its members.
So being in band is definitely a lot different than being just a normal student, you know. We get to have the opportunity to meet other students at other schools, and also in our band at school, like we do a lot of teamwork and a lot of leadership activities that you don't really see in a lot of other clubs and stuff at Forest.
Marching band and music in general is very beneficial to students. According to the Marriott School of Music, students are 24% more likely to graduate than their peers. In middle school, the biggest factor for students is to find where they belong. Being able to find their niche in a creative outlet like band is crucial for students to succeed in high school.
Like the transition from middle school to high school band was like really easy actually, because the people are just like so kind and like welcoming, and it's a little bit different because I had never really been marching before. We had mainly just been doing concerts, but it's been really fun.
Because of the warm and welcoming environment, the transition from high school band was quick and easy. For Forest High, the band is more than just background music. They're the heartbeat of the Friday nights. Reporting from WCAT, this was Ashley. Go Cats!
Boys and girls swim has a county meet this Saturday starting at 7 a.m. at the FAST facility. let's wish them good luck as well. Well, Wildcats, that's all the sports news I have for you today. Once again, this has been Chance Johnson. Now back to our anchors.
Thanks, Chance.
That's all for today's announcements. Be sure to follow us on all our social media at FHS_WCAT on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, X, and Threads to stay connected with everything happening here at Forest. Once again, this has been Luis Emilio Lozada
And Ryan Glattergotts.
Thanks for watching, and like always,
Go Cats.